The trial of Darrell Brooks continues today. Jurors heard testimony from Brooks's ex-girlfriend and a Waukesha detective. We'll have the latest. Plus, the FBI is closing in on President Biden's son Hunter on potential tax and gun purchasing charges. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Witness testimony began today in the trial of Darrell Brooks. The first witness on the stand was Erica Patterson, the ex-girlfriend of Brooks. She testified she has a teenage daughter with him and had been living at the Women's Center in downtown Waukesha prior to the incident at the Waukesha Christmas Parade. The line of questioning by prosecutors referred to an incident in which Patterson said Brooks hit her with an open hand. Jurors also heard from Detective Stephen Guth. He testified about his interaction with Patterson after she appeared to have been struck in the face. Brooks was given an opportunity to cross-examine Guth, but that line of questioning was ended after the judge repeatedly sustained objections brought by the prosecution. You can follow the latest updates and watch a live stream of the trial on channel3000.com and on our YouTube and Facebook pages as well. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Greg Barnhart has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Chilly starts of the day.
Yeah, it's more like about the end of October than the first part of October, but we do have an alert day in the... Hold on. There, can you hear me now? Let's get the mic on first, and then we can talk. Why don't we do that first? All right, gotcha. All right, sorry about that. The mic kind of fell off. We're looking at a freeze warning tonight, so we do have an alert day out in effect for those areas right now. Temperatures dropping into the upper 20s of all of Wisconsin, so the end of the growing season is going to be coming to an end here as we go through this morning. So there's your freeze warnings for pretty much everywhere except far north, because they've already had their freeze last week. Temperatures right now, that front is pushed south. We still got the northerly winds, so temperatures are going to remain cold with that north wind still blowing today, but just not quite as strong. We'll see a change tomorrow with the wind there. So overall temperatures right now, right around 50 or low 50s, around 50 in Madison, 49. If we look at Dane County overall, we're just in the upper 40s to near 50 right now, which is, like I said, about 14 degrees below average what we should be. High temperatures not climbing much more than what they are right now, maybe a couple more degrees before we start cooling off. So looking ahead, once again, we're looking at temperatures climbing to 50, then slowly dropping back down. Winds will die down tonight. That'll set the stage up for a cold night, and I'll explain how cold and then how warm actually it gets this weekend. So it's still dry.
Yeah, I was down on campus this morning. There's whitecaps on Lake Mendota,
yes.
So a little breezy out there.
A little breezy.
All right, Greg, thank you. Grief-stricken families are planning funerals for 24 children after a school shooting massacre in Thailand. Many have laid flowers at the daycare center where authorities say an ex-police officer armed with guns and a knife murdered dozens of people. Officials say most were young children taking naps. The 34-year-old suspect took his own life in the end. Investigators continue to search for a motive for the attack. Mass shootings are rare but not unheard of in Thailand, which has one of the highest civilian gun ownership rates in Asia. A suspect is in custody after a series of stabbings in front of a casino in Las Vegas. The incident happened yesterday afternoon near the Wynn Hotel and Casino. Police say 2 people were killed, 6 others were injured in the stabbings. The 32-year-old suspect was taken into custody and is facing murder and attempted murder charges. Police are still investigating a motive for the incident. A police officer just hired by the Uvalde, Texas School District has now been fired over comments she made on the day of the school shooting there. Body camera video shows Crimson Elizondo enter the building and wait for instructions while the gunman terrorized students and teachers. In new footage released by CNN, you can repeatedly hear her talking with officers and saying, quote, "If my son had been in there, I would not have been outside, I promise you that." In a statement yesterday, the Uvalde School District cited the CNN audio in its decision to fire Elizondo, writing that what she said is not consistent with the district's expectations. Documents obtained by CBS News reveal the district hired her even after the Texas Department of Public Safety informed them that she was under investigation for actions inconsistent with training and department requirements.
What was the reaction to those comments that you heard her make on video?
It's sickening. As a parent, how do you say that? You know, how do you not just go in?
In their statement, the Uvalde School District apologized for the pain revelations around Elizondo's comments may have caused victims' families, but the district did not address its decision to bring her on. We tried to contact Elizondo for comment, and CBS has not heard yet back from her. The U.S. is moving toward decriminalizing marijuana, but some question the timing of this announcement. President Joe Biden pardoning people convicted of simple possession at the federal level. He's encouraging governors to do the same for state offenses, and he's ordering a review of whether marijuana should be a Scheduled I narcotic. Some say those steps are long overdue and a way for Biden to keep a campaign promise. Others think that this is something else entirely.
Joe is rolling out a political Hail Mary.
Already 19 states and Washington, D.C. allow recreational marijuana use for those over 21, and most permit for health reasons. Permitted, that is, for health reasons. Sources tell CBS News the FBI and IRS believe that after years of investigating Hunter Biden, they have enough evidence to charge the president's son with tax and gun purchase-related crimes, but none connected with his business dealings overseas. Skylar Henry has the latest.
Multiple sources tell CBS News the FBI has believed for months they've gathered enough evidence to prosecute the president's son with tax crimes and making false statements on a gun purchase. The sources said the FBI sent its findings earlier this year to U.S. Attorney David Weiss in Delaware. Weiss was appointed by President Trump and is yet to bring charges.
He's got to make that final call under the principles of federal prosecution, not the initial call that the FBI has made in gathering evidence.
A lawyer for Hunter Biden called the apparent leak inherently biased, one-sided, and inaccurate, adding their team believes prosecutors should not be pressured, rushed, or criticized for doing their job.
The federal investigation into Hunter Biden's business practices has been going on for years. It began long before Joe Biden became president. Mr. Biden has consistently denied any knowledge of his son's work.
I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business.
The federal criminal probe explored whether the younger Biden, his Uncle James, and other business associates violated tax, money laundering, and foreign lobbying laws. Earlier this year, the probe narrowed, focusing on delinquent tax payments, including income Hunter Biden earned as a board member for a Ukrainian energy company. A source close to the president's son said he repaid more than $1 million in past due taxes. GOP leaders say they will investigate the Biden family business if they take control of key congressional committees in January. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Hunter Biden's lawyer is calling for an investigation into how the information apparently leaked from within the FBI. Meanwhile, federal prosecutors are not convinced former President Trump has returned all the government documents he possesses. Justice Department officials have told Trump's attorneys that they have an obligation to return all documents marked as classified. The DOJ says it's found more than 300 classified documents so far in material that had been kept at Mar-a-Lago. A federal judge has ruled Postmaster General Louis DeJoy's changes to the Postal Service hurt mail delivery in 2020. The Trump appointee was accused of slowing down service before the 2020 election. The cities and states that filed the lawsuit say the move hindered their ability to control the spread of COVID because people were forced to vote in person rather than use mail-in ballots. In mid-2020, DeJoy cut the number of mail sorting machines and prevented postal workers from making extra trips to deliver ballots. A federal judge has placed orders to prevent DeJoy from doing the same thing again. Well, according to the American Cancer Society, deaths related to breast cancer are falling in the U.S. Researchers say fatal breast cancer cases decreased by 43% from 1989 through 2020, despite the number of cases going up slightly. That breaks down to nearly 500,000 fewer deaths from the disease in that time. The findings also show that although black women have a lower chance of getting breast cancer, their death rate is 40% higher than those of women from other races. Officials say one way to address this situation is to improve hospital access and breast cancer screening opportunities for black women. Well, there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Layoffs are on the rise, and a growing number of companies are initiating hiring freezes. What that may be, what that means, coming up in the Money Watch Report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
When a clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. Yeah. And that's why they all start dancing. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
It's our biggest sale of the year.
And you can save big
on quality home furnishings throughout the
showroom.
Join us for our anniversary sale.
And help us celebrate.
Over 25 years at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
I'm Sheriff Jim Johnson.
I'm Sheriff Eric Severson.
We've got the real story on Mandela Barnes.
Barnes wants to defund our police, but he spent over $600 grand of your money on police protection for himself.
Barnes wants to eliminate bail for violent felons, and his administration has already released over 800 criminals, including 44 child rapists.
Take it from us.
Mandela Barnes policies are a threat to your family.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Fry Construction wants to thank you for once again voting us Best of Madison 3 years running with 27% off gutters or insulation. Your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best of Madison 3 years in a row. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Save 27% off gutters or insulation with any full roof replacement project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Habitat families build their own homes alongside volunteers, pay an affordable mortgage, and are grateful for your help. With safe and permanent housing, Dane County families can invest more in their health, education, community, and beyond. Please donate or volunteer today.
It's our biggest sale of the year.
And you can save big.
On quality home furnishings throughout the showroom.
Join us for our anniversary sale.
And help us celebrate.
Over 25 years at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy.
Yeah.
And that's why they all start dancing. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Layoffs are rising here in the U.S., as are the number of companies initiating hiring freezes. According to outplacement firm Challenger Gray and Christmas, job cuts were up 46% in September to nearly 30,000. The report also says the number of companies announcing hiring plans in September fell to the lowest level in more than a decade. Some economists believe the news may be a sign efforts by the Federal Reserve to tamp down inflation are hitting the labor market. Outdoor retailer REI is making Black Friday a permanent holiday for its approximately 16,000 employees. Since 2015, the Seattle-based retail company has closed its stores the day after Thanksgiving, traditionally seen as the start of the holiday shopping season. Now, REI says it will shut its operations every year on Black Friday while encouraging workers and customers to spend time outside. REI says shoppers can still place orders on its website, but they won't begin processing until the next day. And Sotheby's says it expects this abstract painting by Dutch artist Pierre Mondrian to go for more than $50 million when it's auctioned next month in New York. The 1930 grid-style work is called Composition Number 2. It's expected to break Mondrian's current auction record of $50.6 million set in 2015 for Composition Number 3. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Dan Lieberman.
Not a good day on Wall Street. The Dow Industrial is down 607 points. The NASDAQ down 400 points. The S&P 500 off 96. Our call for action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. This is a live look at the Call for Action studio. Volunteers are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you can call for action right now. The number is 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Ultimate Sale is going on now. Get 10% off LG appliance packages of 3 or more pieces, plus guaranteed delivery within 5 days on all in-stock appliances at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
Hey, we're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh local Medicare. Hey, Joe, are you behind this whole check your zip code deal on national TV for extra Medicare benefits?
I don't know. Check your zip code.
Why would I check my zip code?
Because you're in it.
So we get a lot of calls about that guy. It's sad because your local Medicare plans already have those bells and whistles Joe promises.
Don't be fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to your Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and their services are free.
Update your kitchen with a new faucet from Delta and Menards. This pull-down kitchen faucet has a matte black finish and is designed with diamond seal technology that reduces leaks and shield spray technology that cleans with laser-like precision. All Delta faucets are 11% off. Continue your renovations with our huge selection of Shaw flooring. From durable laminate flooring to soft, luxurious carpet and waterproof vinyl plank, all Shaw flooring products are 11% off. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Tim Michael's company has been sued numerous times for sexual assault and harassment in the workplace. But he says
people love working at Michael's.
Women said they were groped, assaulted, and pressured to have sex with their bosses.
We have a great work culture.
Higher-ups called the women liars and fired those who spoke out. So when he says this,
we have a great work culture,
know that the culture comes from the top.
Ashley's Ultimate Sale is going on now. Shop in store today and get ultimate discounts. Clearance items are up to 78% off. Plus, get a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout. Don't miss these ultimate savings. Only at Ashley.
News 3 Now is taking action to keep you on top of the latest breaking news.
Taking action whenever news breaks with a team committed to following developing stories so you'll know all the facts.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
Thank you for watching my show. I love you so much. From The Big Bang Theory, we've got Kunal Nair.
Fame is not real, but I do miss it.
Then this family feeds their community in a fun way.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Well, Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report is wrapping up her week at the World Dairy Expo, so here are your farm numbers. The COVID-19 pandemic has taken a toll on the mental health of many, especially teens. New research shows kids who had their sports seasons canceled suffered significantly. Nichelle Medina has more.
Begin. 1, 2. Henry Weinpel is sharpening his blocking skills for the big game.
The physical aspect of it and the skill involved, it's all just really fun.
And he does not take his time on the field for granted. The 17-year-old, like many teens, took a big hit when the pandemic took down sports.
It was really disappointing. I couldn't spend time with my friends as much as I used to. It was really difficult to stay in physical shape.
I just had to keep encouraging him to focus on the future.
New research from the American Academy of Pediatrics conference shows when sports were sidelined, teen athletes reported high levels of anxiety and depression and low levels of physical activity and quality of life.
This study was really kind of against the backdrop of the existing mental health epidemic that we've been seeing in adolescents.
Thousands of teens nationwide filled out surveys in May 2020 after sports were canceled, and then 1 year later when sports returned.
dramatic improvements in physical activity and quality of life, and considerable improvements in anxiety and depression. Unfortunately, we haven't quite gotten back to where we were before, and so continuing to prioritize mental health in adolescents and adolescent athletes is going to be a really important priority for years to come.
Henry is working harder than ever.
The pandemic really got me to realize how important sports were, and it makes me enjoy it that much more.
He comes home every day drenched in dirt and sweat and with a big smile on his face. And I say, how was practice? He said, it was awesome.
Happy to be back with his team, which remains undefeated. Nichelle Medina, CBS News, San Marcos, California.
And researchers say they're also seeing worsening mental health for teen athletes that were not able to get back into sports since the cancellations around COVID. Well, the Green Bay Packers have landed in London, England, playing their first ever game in that country against the New York Giants. Head coach Matt LaFleur said significant adjustments are being made to the team's normal routine that he's taking very seriously. The Packers will play the New York Giants on Sunday. Kickoff, early one for us here, 8:30 a.m. You can watch the game on the NFL Network. Greg, we're going to have to start tailgating pretty early on Sunday morning.
Well, I'll certainly be here doing the weather, so we'll check then too. But overall, you see the last 24 hours have seen quite a bit of a change. This gives you a 24-hour idea what happened. We were 60-some degrees yesterday, but now we're down to about 49. Notice the cold air too. Bismarck got down to 29 last night, so that's something that we're going to experience tonight. Winds have slackened off, but you can see, look at the clouds over the Lake Superior, even Lake Michigan over there. That's an indication of how cold that air is coming over the lake. So we're getting lake effect showers. Even Marquette, last night got some, up in Marquette, Michigan, got some snow for the first time this year. So winter is here almost for some areas. You can see temperature change, 20-degree drop here. So like I said, we're down to 49 instead of what 60 we were yesterday. But overall to the west, we've seen, as you see, they were colder yesterday, but they've actually moderated a little bit, so we'll see that probably more Saturday. Won't be as cold as today. Overall, the wind flow today and tonight will not be as strong, because you see high pressure slowly sliding eastward. That sets the stage for light winds tonight and then the colder temps. Tomorrow we start picking up westerly winds as we have a weak little system that's diving south. That'll actually warm us up a little bit, and then we'll have some clouds associated with that coming through Saturday and Sunday. Not much in the way of anything else, and then a slight wind shift once again Sunday. This won't be anything real strong or significant with precipitation or cold air, but we will see a little bit of a change. And then Monday, we'll start turning the winds back around. So today, not much climbing what we already had, about mid-50s to upper 40s for most areas. Once again, we should be around 63, 64 this time of year. Cloud cover, we'll see that cloud cover come through. No showers expected with any of that. Tonight is when we'll drop down this evening to the 40s. By the time after midnight, we'll get down to the 30s, and there will be many areas that will be in the upper 20s with light winds. So we are looking for that freeze tonight. Really, the growing season should come to an end for a lot of the areas tonight. And then tomorrow, we start picking up that strong westerly wind. So the temperatures will climb a little bit to the mid-50s, but it'll be breezy with those winds out of the west all day. And then we have a few clouds coming in by Saturday and Sunday, but overall, we're just going to see winds. So tomorrow, winds gusting in the 20s, once again westerly winds, so they won't be as cold as a north wind, but it will be somewhat breezy out there as you're going in the Sunday afternoon activities. And then overall, as we see, conditions should warm up as we look at the 10-day. We got the alert day for tomorrow, but then we warm up, and then the next system that comes through is a Wednesday, Thursday, a slight chance of rain. We will briefly warm up maybe to 70 for a day, so nice, but then we do have another front coming through, but really no significant rainfall with any of this in the next 10 days either.
All right, you may want to get out and check out the leaves this weekend.
It's going to be a good weekend. A little colder, but obviously still a good weekend to look at the leaves.
All right, Greg, thank you. Well, there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next. We'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Join us as we take our taste buds on a trip to Tuscany with a mouth-watering main dish. You won't need a passport for this one.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Mandela Barnes is spreading a lot more than just peanut butter. Barnes didn't pay thousands in property taxes on his Milwaukee condo, bought with family money. While not paying property taxes, Barnes bought a second condo, went to Vegas, even sat courtside for a Bucks game. Asked about his unpaid taxes, Barnes said,
It's Juneteenth. Yeah, hey, it's Juneteenth. They want to talk about property tax.
Now Barnes wants to talk about peanut butter. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
New in 2023, iCare Medicare plan members receive an allowance of $150 total per month to spend on items like eligible healthy foods, OTC products, home supplies, wellness care, or living support such as rent, utilities, and internet. All unused monthly funds roll over until the end of the year. If you have Medicare and Medicaid, call us, and a licensed sales agent will help find out if you're eligible. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Ron Johnson caught lying. Independent fact checks call his attacks on Mandela Barnes false and misleading. But it's Johnson's views that are alarming. Johnson supported a ban on abortions. He co-sponsored a bill that makes no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman. And Johnson said if women don't like it, they can move. The truth is, it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
Lean back and save at the Century House. Right now, buy stressless recliners, sofas, or office chairs and get up to $1,500 credit towards the purchase of more. Or save $400 on stressless signature-based recliners and ottomans and motorized classic power recliners. Don't wait. Take the opportunity to fill your home with stressless comfort for less. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
I know this might sound crazy, but I want you to close your eyes and imagine you're having dinner al fresco style in a small bistro in Tuscany. All you hear is the clanging of forks, the pouring of wine, and the faint sounds of music echoing through the streets. Then, your waiter brings you your dinner, and all you can smell is fresh herbs, the scent of a light tomatoey wine sauce, and the delicate yet distinct aroma of olive oil. Okay, now open your eyes. If this sounds good to you, then you're gonna love what we're making today. It's a Tuscan-style chicken dish that goes together like this. After flouring and browning a cut-up chicken in some olive oil, we add some peppers and onions, a handful of mushrooms, a chopped tomato, and a can of garbanzo beans that we've drained. To bring all this together, we top this with some marinara sauce, a bit of water, some white wine, and a few fresh herbs. After this cooks down for a bit and all the flavors come together, we'll take the chicken out and stir in some fresh cream. Mamma mia, does this look good or what? If only you could smell the aroma. Well, you can. All you need to do is visit our website and get the recipe for our Tuscan chicken one pot. And the best part, there's no tipping required. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a truly Tuscan way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. Greg has one final look at your forecast.
Yeah, we got the alert day out there for you for freezing conditions tonight. We're expecting temperatures to drop in the upper 20s to near 30s, so really it'll be the growing season will come to an end. That's the things to know. The afternoon this evening, down to the 40s for the high school football game. Cold overnight, breezy tomorrow, but a little bit more mild. And like I said, it looks good for this weekend for leaf viewing if you like to do that. Otherwise, last couple days here for October for the kids for coats, so make sure you donate that because you'll definitely need it.
All right, Greg, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.